Hello, Steve here, and I just wanted to shoot this video exactly how I trade these signals. We're going to have the AP signal here in a couple of minutes. I'm going to walk you through the way that I trade it on Nadex. You can trade it at other brokers as well. Nadex is the only one that I personally trust and that I only use myself. They're open in about 40 countries. And that's the one I use, so I'll be shooting the video based on that. You can use these signals via the scammy brokers. I call scammy brokers, you know, the 24 options, the bank to binaries, all those type where they give you a bonus for deposits. Those are scammy brokers in my opinion. You can also trade this at IG. IG is the parent company in Nadex. It's traded a little different there, but we'll walk you through the Nadex version. Again, that's first place I would go if you can do it that way. But we'll walk you through AP signal and then also the King signal, and hopefully this will help you. Again, feel free to Skype me. My Skype information is in the members area. I'm usually on there all day, especially during the trading times, and hopefully this is very profitable for you going forward. The benefit of trading at Nadex is you can do in the money contracts. So we do slightly in the money, which I'll show you once we have the trade. Now the AP signal has an expiration time of 3 p.m. That's what we track. So the entry's around 8:45 a.m. Eastern time, and the exit is 3 p.m. For the King signal, it's around 9:05 a.m. Eastern time, and again the exit time is 3 p.m. The tap signal is expiration time of 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. So you can do one or both of those exit times. I personally trade both of those exit times, but you can trade those as well. So it's the same type of thing. I'm going to just show you the AP here and the King in this video, and it's the same premise as the tap is. So we'll get that signal in a minute and a half or so, and we'll be back and I'll place the trade for you. Okay, on this particular day, AP does not have a signal for us at Lazy Binary Options, but I'm going to place a trade anyways, just to show you how it works, and then maybe we'll have a King trade in 15 minutes or so. So the trade we're going to place is a buy on the pound yen, and again it will be a 3 o'clock close. So Forex binary is what I would do here at Nadex. I'd find the pound yen, click on that. I have a lot of options here. I want to click on the daily 3 p.m. And the entry he gave was 143.33. So Nadex works in 20 pip increments when you trade the dailies. So it's 144, 144.20, 144.40, etc. And that doesn't matter which pair that you pick. It's always going to be in 20 pip increments if you choose the 3 p.m. dailies. So he had a buy at 143.33, which is basically where we are right now. If you're trading at a scammy broker where you base it on strictly where the market is, you can enter that trade and be in at 143.33, and if it's above 143.33 at 3 p.m. you win. Here at Nadex, you could do in the money or out of the money contracts. The 143.20 would be the one we'd be interested in, which is about 12 pips in the money right now. We could pay $59 for it right now. I could hit place order, and you can see it there, right there. So I paid, say $60 for that particular trade. If it stays above 143.20, we win. So for example, if this came down to 143.25, even though the entry for the trader was 143.33, we still won the trade, even though the signal itself lost by a few pips. The other way to trade that, so I paid $59.75 for this. You can put limit orders here at Nadex, which you can't do at other places. But $57, I can put a $57 limit order. So again, 143.20. Again, obviously the markets can continue to move as I am speaking, but I can click on the offer site again. Again, the size is whatever I want, and then I can change the price. So I can change this to 57 and hit place order, and then you'll see it here in the working orders where it'll fill me if the market comes down to 57. In order for it to come down to 57, it would probably have to be around the 143.23 area in order for me to fill. So obviously there's a lot of time left. There's over 6 hours left in this trade, so the market could easily drop down a little bit and then pop back up or whatever. Another way you can trade it is you can trade it out of the money. I tend not to do that too often. This one is now in the money. The 143.40 is in the money now since the market's moved. But when the market was 143.33, that would be out of the money, and I would have paid probably around $45 for that to win 100. So 110, 120% return. The only time I'll do it out of the money is if it's very close to the next one. So if this was a signal at 143.38 and it was an actual signal, I would consider doing the 40, but I would also probably have a 143.20 in there as well, just in case I don't want to miss it, in case this just ran up and never came down. On Nadex, that can happen. Or again, you can pay up like I paid up here, $60. For this particular signal provider. I forget his exact numbers. He was 6-0 last month. I think he's 5-1 this month in January for his signals. So he's doing pretty well, and so paying $60 for every trade still would make you some good money. So so there's a few different ways to trade it. Again, out of the money, I tend not to touch those unless it's just slightly out of the money. In the money, I like in the money. I tend not to do the far in the money, although that's an option as well. So you could take something like the 143s at Nadex and pay $75 for it. And then if you want to monitor the market a little bit, you could exit the position if it came down to 143 flat. So if the market came all the way down to 143, he would actually be down about 33 points on that particular trade. So that again is something that you could monitor, and then it's more of a one-to-one risk-reward ratio. There's a little bit more of watching the markets, which I don't like to do. I just kind of like to place a trade and walk away and get on with my day. That's kind of the point of these signals, is exact same time every single day, and if there's a signal, great. If there's not, you wait till the next day for that particular signal. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to walk you through the king signal. We'll have a king signal here in a couple of minutes, and I will come back and walk you through that one as well. And again, feel free to Skype me if you have any questions, or email me as well. Thanks. All right, so we have a trade for king. He has a US Swiss franc buy. So we go over here to Forex binaries, dollar Swiss franc, and again the daily 3 p.m. His entry was 1.0010, so 1 and then 10. So in between these two, exactly in between these two. So I like to be in the money, of course. So I'm looking at the 100 flat, or 1,000 flat, or the 1 flat, I should say. So I'd click on that. Again, this is about 10 pips in the money. So you're paying $65 for it. Not necessarily something I recommend going that high on. You can if you so desire. I'm going to just make sure that gets filled here a second. So $65.75 is what I paid. Again, he has a fairly high win rate, but again, we have 6 hours to go in the trade. So limit orders are the best to do. So you can put $57 in there, $60 in there, whatever your particular limit is. You can take a look at some of the results and figure out exactly that. The lower you put that number, I mean, you could put 40 for that matter. The lower you put that number, the less likely you are going to get filled. Obviously, if I put 40 in there, in order for me to be filled, it would have to be I have to be underwater by probably about 20 pips or so, which is possible, and then it could still go up, but it's just the way it is. So I'll put a 57 in there. $57. It's not necessarily a magic number, but the reason I use that number a lot is because that's a 75% return on investment. So it's $43 profit, $57 loss. So it's 75% return, which is kind of what a lot of the scammy brokers pay out. But in this particular case, if this one filled at $57, I'm actually 10 points in the money. So if you took this trade at 24 option, for example, right at 1.0010, you're actually underwater by about a pip right now, versus me. If this is where the market closed, I would win this particular trade. So it just depends on how you want to trade it. Again, there's no one size fits all in trading. I can give you the signals. I can tell you how the results have been. I can show you how different ways to do it. But everybody has a different particular way to do it. And as you can see, the market is falling now. So it's at 104 right now. So you could pay 59 for it now, and you would have got filled. It didn't quite get to the $57 number, as we have a few people that are trading it at that number. But yeah, so you don't want to miss out on that either. So that's a balance that you have to take. Is it came all the way down to 58 and change. You missed out by $1. If this thing never comes back, is that extra $1 that you missed out on worth it? So, and I can't answer that for you. But so that's a couple of different ways to trade it. Again, I tend not to do out of the money contracts. I probably would not do the 120 contract. So the 1.0020, I wouldn't be interested in that, just because the market would have to move up at least 10 pips in order for me to win that trade, even though I'm only paying, say, $38, $40 for that particular trade. I tend not to like that as much. They'll have some close trades, so I want to use the Nadex advantage, where it trades. You can trade slightly in the money, which I think is very beneficial. So again, that is how to trade the AP. Again, the AP was just a demo trade today, even though it's winning by about 7 pips or so right now. That is just a demo trade, even though I placed it in my live account. And then the other one is a real trade from King. I'm actually going to show you, even though this is not a trade, I'm going to show you a trade in the opposite direction as well. Again, the next one I'm doing is not an actual trade. It's just I want to be able to show you a sell signal. And I have some videos on my YouTube page, youtube.com/Mr. Binary Options. And you can take a look at some videos there on binary options. But we're going to, let's just see here a second. We're going to say there was a trade, a short trade in the US Canadian dollar. And again, we'll use the 3 p.m. exit time. As you can see, the King signal was also a 3 p.m. exit time. But let's just say this was a trade. It was a sell signal on the U.S. Canadian dollar at 131. We'll call it 131.30. Okay, so 131 or 131.27 is fine. So 131.27, it's a sell signal. So say I get this signal here. There are two options that would interest me are the 131.20 that's actually 7 pips out of the money, because I would have to have, again, this would be a sell trade. I would have to have it below 131.20 in order to win the trade. And the next one would be the 131.40, which is actually about 13 pips in the money currently. So I would pick the 131.40. It's currently, as you can see, 33. If I put the size 1 there, the key to look for at Nadex is the max loss. That is how much you are actually risking, and the max profit is how much you are actually going to profit on that particular trade. So again, for a buy signal, I talk a lot about $57. For a sell signal, that number would be 43. So things are always going to be, they add up to 100. So as you can see, the price is 43 here. That means my max loss is $57 and my max profit is 43. Now the current market is only at 33, so it'd have to come up probably to around 131.36 in order for me to get filled on this particular trade. And the reason I know that's basically the price where it would be filled at is because I've traded at Nadex for many years, and I just kind of know the pricing that happens at Nadex. And the nice thing about Nadex, guys, is they're not trading against you. They're making a commission every time that you trade, so they make $1 when I place this trade for every contract that I have. So if I have 10 contracts, they take $10. And then if I win the trade, they would take $1 as well. If you lose the trade, they don't take the extra $1 out. So so that's how they make their money versus the scammy brokers, where they're actually trading against you and ended up changing the numbers on you and so forth. So anyways, we got a signal again in this example, 131.27. I'm here 3 p.m. I'm looking at the 131.40. It's a sell position, and a 43 in this number. Max loss is 50. So if I want to have 40, so if I'm risking 60 there, or if I want to get filled right away, I could put 35, and that means I'm risking $65 for that. So the sell is just the reverse of the numbers that you would do for the buy signal, and that's how you do that. So let me put that in here, the 43, again, the max loss place order, and you can see it here in the working orders. And let's say you place the trade and you just don't like it anymore, or the fact is you placed the wrong trade. So instead of this being a sell trade, it was actually supposed to be a buy trade, and you put a sell trade in, and it's working order. So don't freak out. The way to cancel that is just in the working orders. Click on the one you don't want anymore. It'll pop up in a ticket, and you can adjust it. So if you just want to move the price up or down, you can do that, or you can just delete it, and you can see it's no longer there. Now the other way, let's say this particular trade, since it really wasn't a trade, the pound yen, let's say I wanted to take profits, or in this case I wanted to limit my loss. I could click on it. It's in the open position. Click on the ticket, and it automatically has the opposite direction. So I had a buy trade on it, so it has the opposite directions, which would be a sell trade. And I can just hit place order, and it will get me out of that particular trade. So let me walk you through that again. So say this was in profit by $10 or $20 or whatever, with a couple of minutes left, and you just want to get out, or you just want to limit your losses. You can just click on it. Again, it pops up that, hit place order, and bam, you see it's no longer in my open positions there. I still have the one working for $57 for it. Again, that wasn't a real trade, so I can go ahead and delete that trade. And you see now that I just have the one working order, the one that I placed as well right away for the king signal, and we'll see if we get filled on the 57 for this particular contract. So hopefully this was helpful. We ran 20 minutes, and hopefully this helped you see how to place a trade via the lazy binary option signals. Again, AP has a 3 p.m. Exit. King has a 3 p.m. exit. Tap has a 3 a.m. exit and a 7 a.m. exit. These have produced very well over the last many months, and hopefully will produce for you as well. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. All right, take care.